Welcome back. We're in our third lesson talking about quick edits. We're in the editor side and we're using the photos from chapter 5. If you go over to the edit task pane and click on quick edits, and we're going to use the second picture, so just double click on the second picture. Now I could have used levels auto, but that's not how I remember the photo, so I'm going to reset it. Could have used contrast. That's not how I remember the photo either. Let's try something different. Let's try balance. What is balance? Well, to me, balance refers to white balance, which sets the color balance of the image to reflect the lighting condition under which the photo was taken. So if I took the photo in a museum, it's going to probably have a more cooler tint to it. So I'm probably going to have to warm it up. And to warm it up, I would use the temperature slider. Now, tint lets me fine-tune the temperature, or it lets me fine-tune the white balance to compensate for the green or magenta tint in photos. So let's try it. So click on temperature, move it to the right to add a little bit more warmth to the photo to counteract the coolness of the lighting conditions. And then let me add a little bit more green to it. And that's how I remember the photo. So sure, I could have fine-tuned it and the lighting, but I had a funny feeling that balance would have helped me out more. That's just something I know from working with photos for a long time. So go ahead and click the check mark. But the great thing for you is you can experiment with all of them and even come up with something better. Now let's move on down to sharpness. Sharpness basically means making an object's edges more defined. So what you do is you exaggerate the differences between the pixels and the edges to make it look like it's more in focus. Remember, sharpness does not actually make it doesn't focus a photo. It just exaggerates the difference to make it look like it's focused. By moving the sharpness slider to the right, we will increase the sharpening. And let me click on fill screen, so maybe we can see this a little bit more. And then let me move this to the right. If you move it all the way to the right, you can see that it over sharpens, and that doesn't look right. So let me bring it back down to maybe right about here. And then let me go back to fit screen. And then let me look at a before and after. Look at that. That's great. I can probably get away with a little bit more sharpening, so let me try. Oh, no. Maybe just right about there. Confirm it. And there we have it. Remember, in this quick edits, you should follow the way it is. Try the smart fix. If the smart fix doesn't work, move on to lighting, then the color, then the balance, and sharpness. Photoshop Elements has set it up for you to make it really easy. If you notice the sharpness is at the end, it's because it should be at the end of anything you do. The last thing you should do is sharpen a photo, and every photo should use a little sharpening. In the next lesson, we're going to use one more photo, and then we're going to save it and show you how to save it with the quick edits.